Russell Brand, a few minutes ago, pleaded not guilty to the crimes he's been charged with. 5 words that carry the weight of 5 criminal charges. Russell Brand has pleaded not guilty. Yeah, there we are. 4 complainants and over 2 decades of public scrutiny, celebrity notoriety, and depending on your view, spiritual reinvention or reputational collapse. This morning at Southwark Crown Court, Russell Brand, once the libertine prince of the mid-2000s in comedy, he stood in the dock and formally denied all charges, 1 count of indecent assault, 1 of oral rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault, 1 count of rape. The alleged incidents span the years 1999 to 2005, with locations including Bournemouth and Westminster. The accusations are grave, and among the 5 charges, one woman alleged is the offence going back to 1999. A second alleges offences in 2004. A third claims that Brand indecently assaulted her in 2001, grabbing her and dragging and trying to drag her into a male toilet. A fourth describes sexual assault between 2004 and 2005 involving kissing and groping, and the allegations became public following a joint investigation by the Sunday Times, the Times and Channel 4's dispatches in September 2023. That documentary, carefully constructed and aired in prime time, placed Brand in the crosshairs not just of the Crown Prosecution Service, but of a wider cultural reckoning, the Me Too movement. And Brand arrived in court in a dark suit, sunglasses shielding his eyes from the media glare. He said little, confirmed his name, responded not guilty to each charge with careful clarity, and then exited with a quiet thank you to the usher. As courtroom theatre goes, it was notably muted, his usual bravado replaced by the stillness of a man facing trial for the gravest of crimes. And outside the courtroom, the rhetoric has not been so restrained. The contrast: Brand has denied all allegations, both in legal proceedings and public videos. In a defiant broadcast to his 11 million followers on Twitter, he claimed, "I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord, but what I never was a rapist." He insists that his past, however lurid or self-destructive, never crossed the line into non-consensual acts. His language is pious, almost confessional. Addiction, promiscuity, spiritual awakening, and he has framed the entire saga as an attack by media, by institutions, perhaps even by design, on his attempt to tell the truth and challenge mainstream narrative. Yet such protestations, while powerful for his supporters, sit uneasily alongside the specifics of the allegations and the pain of the people who are named as victims. And the protestations that he makes, while powerful, must therefore be weighed against the pain of the people who have brought the charges, or who have made the complaints, and who are named. The trial is set for June the 3rd in 2026, a full year from now. That's a long time to wait. In the interim, Brand remains on conditional bail, his passport surrendered, his movements watched, his every public utterance legally scrutinised. And the judge, the recorder of Westminster, Tony Baumgartner, has emphasised that proceedings must remain unprejudiced. The CPS has explicitly reminded the public not to comment in ways that may compromise due process. And yet, given the nature of the allegations and Brand's online prominence, the risk of trial by social media is, of course, immense. That's precisely why our justice system is anchored in the presumption of innocence. Allegations, however serious, are not convictions. And until a jury hears the evidence in full, cross-examined, tested, weighed, Brand remains legally innocent. And that principle must be maintained. It may be unfashionable in parts of the digital marketplace, but it is essential to justice. And the case is not just about one man. It arrives in the wake of other public scandals of Savile, of Schofield, the post-Me Too recalibration of celebrity impunity. And the BBC and Channel 4 have both faced awkward questions about whether complaints were ignored, warnings suppressed, or cultures of silence permitted to thrive in the industry. An internal review by the BBC earlier this year found that some staff felt unable to raise concerns, suggesting Brand was regarded as untouchable. And Channel 4's inquiry was even more damning. Informal concerns were raised but never escalated. A culture of acquiescence in short, may have enabled the very behaviour now under scrutiny. But whether Brand is guilty or not, this trial will reignite difficult questions about who knew what and when. So where are we? Russell Brand says that he will prove his innocence, that this is an opportunity to prove his innocence. The CPS believes it has enough evidence to convict a jury, to convince a jury of his guilt. And the rest of us, curious, conflicted, and perhaps weary, must remember that in this country, justice is not crowdsourced, it's not rendered by retweets, it's not about righteous fury. It unfolds as it should in a court. On June the 3rd, 2026, that will be the stage on which Russell Brand will be tried. Until then, the script remains unwritten.